We have Ashley joining us as NSD's companion program coordinator, Mary, who has NSD Amber, and Anna, who has NSD Ellie. So I'm going to pass it over to Ashley to get us started with a little program overview. Ashley?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. Like Emma said, my name is Ashley Hedge, and I am the companion dog program coordinator here at National Service Dogs. I apologize, I'm a little nervous speaking in front of so many people, so bear with me. So I'm going into my 4th year here at NSD. And I thought I would just kind of give you a tiny little bit of information about myself and the program before we hear from 2 of our companion families. I can probably speak for all of us here when I say that dogs have a special place in our hearts. They bring us unconditional love, joy, laughter. They're here for us when we're having a hard day, and they inspire us to get outside and live life to our fullest. National Service Dogs recognizes the special bonds that develop between pet dogs and their families. The therapeutic value of pets is well documented, and I'm sure all of you who have had any experience with our dogs have experienced decreased stress and anxiety and increased psychological well-being, increased opportunities for exercise, and opportunities for social interaction. So though our companion dogs do not have public access or wear a dog jacket, they do provide life-changing emotional support, unconditional love, and companionship for those in need of a reliable best friend. Currently, our wait list is closed, and families are waiting on average 1 to 3 years for their companion dog. So our companion families. So families who have children under the age of 18 that do not necessarily meet the criteria for our autism or PTSD program, and do not necessarily require public access. We also have companion families who are current clients and have retired service dogs, and they no longer require the public access, so they can also get a companion dog. Interested families must apply with references and go through an interview process to just determine that a companion dog will be a good fit. So I have some fast facts here. So founded in 2002 and formalized in 2009, NSD has placed 157 companion dogs to date. Minimally, it takes 4 volunteers and up to 2 years to raise 1 companion dog. And our companion program allows NSD to utilize 83% of dogs. So funding, NSD companion dogs are valued at $5,000, but are provided free of charge to our families. NSD receives no government funding and relies entirely on donations from the general public, corporate sponsors, fundraising events, and community sponsors. So becoming a companion dog. So we have our own breeding program here at NSD. NSD dogs begin training right from birth, and they start puppy classes around 8 weeks of age. And dogs are closely assessed throughout each phase of their training. They're typically around 15 to 22 months, trainers will start narrowing down their career paths. Not all dogs are destined to be service or companion dogs, and so they will be released as our very important pets. Potential companions are assessed in several areas, including temperament, skills, and home manners. They will begin an individual training plan and continue their training until they're ready to be placed. Because companion dogs are selected on an individual basis, they may remain in training anywhere from 4 weeks to several months. Working closely and knowing each dog allows us to make the best possible match with clients. And placement. So this year, I am super excited to be a part of the companion program this year. We introduced a formal team training to our companion families, as well as an in-person follow-up after placement. Training consists of both a virtual and in-person session where we go over dog care, handling, training techniques. We strive to prepare the families to be able to care and maintain their companion dog. The home visit can help assist with a smooth transition and provide any additional training support as needed. Dog and handler family teams can take several months to a year to become a cohesive unit. NSD offers ongoing training support as they navigate that journey together. Something else that is new this year, NSD retains ownership of the companion dog for the first year. And on the 1-year anniversary, a second home visit is done and the adoption paperwork is completed. I think that was my little presentation. Sorry if I rushed through that, guys. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say. If you can't tell, I am super, super passionate about this program. I started at NSD in our university training, where I trained and placed our autism, CAI, and PTSD dogs. Last year, I transitioned into our puppy program, which allowed me the freedom and the time to dedicate more time into our companion program, because it's always been a program that's really been dear to my heart. So I'm super passionate about it, and I'm really excited that we have been able to have the opportunity to let the program grow and kind of develop. And I'm really excited to kind of watch it flourish and be able to get some of these wonderful dogs into more homes. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, Ashley. I'm gonna pass the floor over to Mary next to tell everyone a little bit about her journey and her family's journey with NSD Amber.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight and to talk to you a little bit about our journey. So it started in January 2018 when I had a few friends of mine that I know that have a companion dog through National Service Dogs. And so I had inquired about the wait list and how to apply. And at that time it was closed for applications, but I see Chris MacArthur there on the call. Hi, Chris. But she mentioned just to try back in the summer and just check in to see if they were taking applications then, and they were. So we applied in the summer, and think it was October came around, and we had a home visit from Chris, and got to learn more about the program. She got to learn more about our family, and if it would be a good fit. And then it was the beginning of February, so that would have been 2019. That they found a good dog for our family. So we got to meet Amber at your location there in Cambridge, and we had the whole family we have 3 kids. We have Tommy, who probably was, I don't know, 3 at the time, and then Emma, she has Down syndrome. She's probably 5 at the time, and then my son Peter, who was oh gosh, he would have been like 6 or 7. So the 3 kids, and we met Amber, and we were so taken with her, and she was a fabulous, fabulous dog. And we got to learn more about her, and you guys got to learn about us and how we interacted with the dog, and if it was a fit, and it was. So it was later that February where we got to pick her up and take her home. And since then, it's been an amazing journey. Right from the get-go, she was a wonderful, wonderful dog, very gentle with the kids, as they were still quite young. And yeah, my daughter, who has Down syndrome, she has some challenges, I guess you could say, where Amber really helped her along. And some of those things were, for example, like her spatial awareness and her balance isn't that great. So my daughter always wants to keep up with her brothers running around, playing hockey, doing what they're doing. It doesn't stop her, but oftentimes she falls or she trips, and then there's tears. And so, several times a day, there's consoling needing to be done with her. And Amber just, she would come on over and she knew the training from her training. She knew the word visit, so she would come and put her head on Emma's lap, and then she would kiss her face, and my gosh, like the tears would just stop every time, and you know, it was just great to see their relationship growing, and the benefit that Amber was for Emma whenever she got hurt. It was wonderful. um, and then the other thing is Emma, she has communication challenges. So her speech was delayed for quite a bit. So she would do sign language when she was 2 or 3 years old, and she had a few words, but um, you know, she'd get her point across eventually, but she was probably using max 2 to 3 2 to 3 words in a sentence when we got Amber. So, you know, she would say a really short sentence. And we found when we got Amber, it was like her communication just started to blossom. And I don't think it was too much of a coincidence. I think she just was talking to the dog all the time. And the dog wouldn't react and say, you know, say that again. I didn't understand you. It was just this very, um, you know, open door with Amber where she could be herself and express herself in the way that she could, and feel like she was heard. And she just, you know, her language just kept growing and growing from there. And I remember, like, maybe it was like a month after we got Amber, Emma started saying things like when she got home from school, she'd be like, Amber, I missed you so much. And so we were like, oh my gosh, she never said stuff like that long and that like expressive of her emotions. So it was really a wonderful journey from there on. And now Emma's 8, she's like chats up a storm, and it's hilarious because she wants to pretend to be a teacher, and her brothers have no time for that. So so she gets a few treats, and she takes Amber and she gets Amber to sit down, and she gives her a whole lesson of what she's learning and wants to teach the dog. And it's really helped with her communication skills, I find, and her confidence as well. um, yeah, and then the other thing that's been really helpful with having Amber in our family is, with Emma specifically, is sometimes she is very stubborn and doesn't want to do things like brush her teeth or um, things like that, and will kind of, you know, she'll say, well, if Amber comes with me, then I'll do it. So it's kind of been nice for us to have, you know, this great relationship where things that are daily struggles sometimes are it's helpful with having Amber in our family to help minimize those struggles sometimes. um yeah, so that's been really helpful. Yeah, and also I wanted to mention just Emma learning to take care of someone else and finding joy in that. So she loves to brush her, and she loves to feed her when, you know, when we tell her, okay, can you give Amber her dinner? And she'll go and measure out the scoop of food and put it in her bowl. And you know, it's building up her confidence and her independence skills as well. And so yeah, we're finding it to be such a great match for our family. I should also mention my other 2 kids, the boys. They're absolutely in love with the dog and constantly are playing with her and the snow and the leaves anywhere they they're they're having lots of fun with Amber. And my youngest, he's 5 now, and you can often find him falling asleep wherever the dog is, or sneaking out of bed and falling asleep next to the dog instead. And so it's been a nice addition to our family. It also gets us out of the house, getting more active together. Um, yeah, so it's been really wonderful having her as part of our life, and we're really so grateful to National Service Dogs and also her puppy raisers as well, who, you know, we wouldn't have had this family member of ours if it wasn't for them. So we're so appreciative. So I thought it would be a good time to maybe just share some photos. Um, so you can get to know our dog a little bit better and our family. Hopefully that works, and hopefully you can still hear me.
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. So this was actually at your office in Cambridge when we met Amber for the first time. And we got to see, you know, how obedient she was. She was so great. And there's Emma on the right, and there's like my younger son Tommy on the left there, and Amber, probably someone has a treat in their hand. She's very attentive. There's Tommy falling asleep to the dog. That's a regular occurrence in our house. And this is my husband on the right, Ed, and his friend. And I should probably mention that too, is Amber just gets along with other dogs so well. She just is playful, and she really enjoys the company of other dogs. So sometimes we go out for walks with other dogs as well. And that's Emma and Amber taking part in the National Service Dogs Easter egg hunt. That was a couple years ago. That one was in Guelph. And that's my kids making a fort, and Amber just always wants to be in on the action. Whatever the kids are doing, she wants to be part of it. And this is Emma brushing Amber. And we go camping a lot in the summer, so we have a tent trailer, and Amber comes along, and she, one of the gang up on the bed. And there's Emma's all smiles all the time when she's giving Amber a hug. Yeah, so yeah, Amber's part of the family. She just wants to be wherever we are, wherever the kids are. She's always around, especially during the pandemic when we've had e-learning and working from home. She can be found under someone's stool or chair, keeping someone's feet warm. And she loves to be outside on the trails, running around. And there's my youngest practicing some of her tricks. There's some more camping fun. And there's Emma showing some of her artwork. She always, whenever she wants a picture taken of her, she always requests that Amber's next to her in the photo. And that's it. Just a few pictures there to show you a little bit inside our life and how great it is with our dog Amber. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary, for sharing. It's pretty clear that Amber's a big part of your family, and those pictures were super sweet. Emma's smile definitely lights up the room. And it looks like her and Amber are best buddies.
That they are. Yes, they are. Thank you.
So I'm gonna pass it over to Anna now to tell us a little bit about her family's journey with NSD Ellie.
Thanks, Emma. And thanks, Mary and Ashley. And Mary, my cheeks hurt from smile. That was so, oh my gosh, I loved it. Amber and your daughter are such a beautiful team. I'm the proud dog mom of Ellie, and I have a little presentation that helps introduce her and how she's an amazing part of our family. So I'll just share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, you're
Awesome.
good to go.
And this is like real life photo. So this is me in my pajamas and bathrobe. This is Ellie, our companion dog, and my son. I have two children. This is my son, Ken, on the right, and he has cerebral palsy. He is visually impaired, but he can see a little bit. So he is having a look at her, and his cerebral palsy is pretty severe, so he doesn't have a ton of control over his movements, and he's nonverbal, but he loves animals and he adores Ellie, and we adore Ellie, and I think Ellie adores us. And so this is a little bit more. This is us pre-Ellie. This is Ken in the middle getting smooched by his big brother Ross with the orange glasses, me and my husband Pat. They're a little bit younger in this. So this is Ellie. Ellie joined our family just before the pandemic started. This is a photo of her from her, I think, her puppy raiser. She looks gorgeous in the photo. You'll see she has all different hairdos. So she was almost 3. She was 2 when she joined our family. She is a gorgeous standard poodle with a wonderful disposition and a very soft and cuddly coat. It is like amazing. She has all different hairdos, like I said, in this, in the photos that you'll see. This is our son, Ken. So he's 7 now. And he and Ellie have just a magical bond. Her disposition is very calm and quiet. And Ken has a really significant startle reflex. And we're worried about that. And it's triggered by like loud noises or abrupt sort of things. And she is like such a wonderful match for him. She loves being with him, being quiet, cuddling with him. He has this rainbow mat. He's almost outgrown it. You'll see in some of the photos. And she just loves to be in there with him. Right now he's actually getting a virtual massage upstairs. My husband follows along with his RMT on the computer right now during COVID. And usually she's right up there, like snuggled up against him while he's getting a massage. Like Amber, she likes to be wherever the kids are. And this is our older son, Ross. And I think you saw a version of this photo earlier too. She adores Ross as well. The photo on the left is the early days of virtual school when they were going better. And Ellie's in there keeping Ross company. Ross struggles with anxiety, and Ellie is a wonderful complement to our lives in that respect as well. Her steady sort of presence, and he will also like read to her, talk to her, same as Emma. It's a really interesting bond. She is a great cuddler. So the boys are in the rainbow mat, and she's goofing around, having a nap on our couch as well. She, if there's cuddling to be had, she is like on it. That is her prime directive. We have a new cat now named Snowflower, and she adores our cat. When Ellie first came to our home, we had an older cat, very old cat named Emmy Lou, and she was so respectful of our older cat, and they had a peaceful coexistence. And now with Snowflower, they are like best buds, and they cuddle together, play together, and are quite fun to watch. I think she also, I would say she adores my husband and I. My husband is mortified that I put these photos, but I said there's a photo of me. It's like real life. So he's doing yoga, and she's helping him do yoga. And in my photo, I've fallen asleep on the couch, and she's enabling me to taking some time for a nap. Like Mary said, she really helps us get outside. These are actually 2 different years of us doing the Terry Fox run with her. She's lovely to walk with. She is wonderful to walk with the wheelchair. Ken likes to, he likes to feel like the leash run through his hand. He's very tactile. And so I think he understands. Like we say, oh, you're holding the leash, you're walking Ellie, and he's like, oh, he like puffs up his chest. We can get out in all sorts of weather with her and with the wheelchair, and it's she's really motivating for us to get out. And that has been so important, particularly during the pandemic. And she just makes going places more fun. So this is Ellie in the car with Ken. We've since have a big wheelchair van, which she actually prefers a lot more because there's more spots to, it's like just got a flat kind of plain bottom. So she likes to stretch out on there and have like a cuddly blanket. But she is good with Ken in the car, and they're chilling back there listening to music. And we're just like amazingly grateful to have her in our lives. My husband, Pat, wanted me to emphasize it was a life. Her coming to join our family was a life changer. Like it has changed our lives. She has brought us such happiness, the boys, such happiness and love and opportunities for growth and interaction with other people in the neighborhood. It's pretty amazing. And as Ken is getting bigger, he's having some spasticity with his muscles that's giving him some pain. And she's very attuned. And she, like, when he was having those periods of pain, she would not like leave his side. And she was always like putting up her sort of soft back against him and just really being with him. And we were worried and didn't really know what to do, and it was such a comfort to have her there. And she also does bedtime with me with Ken. Ken has a hospital bed, which Ellie's not a big fan of because it has like a wall that like a side of the bed that comes up and then goes down. She just has never liked that part of the bed, but she takes it in stride and she jumps. Like I put the wall down, she jumps up into the bed, cuddles up next to Ken, and we do our songs and our stories. And it's such a lovely time at the end of the night. Sometimes the cat comes in and makes it a little spicy, but it's usually just Ellie, and it's such a nice way to end the day. And Ken loves to feel like to pet her fur and have it go through his hands. And she's such a doll, like because he can't see very well, sometimes like the finger goes up the nose or in the mouth or eye, and she takes it all in stride. And she's just an amazing, like I can't even express in words. She is the love of our lives and has made Ken's life and Ross's life so immeasurably better. We're so grateful to NSD and all the volunteers. If I could give you all a big virtual hug, I would. She is amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, I would say that it's worth the wait, definitely. And yeah, I think that it's not a decision to take lightly. So I think it's good to have time to process that it's the right move for your family. So if it was too quick, it might not be the best. I think it might be good if there's a little bit of a wait time, but if it's of course like years and years and years, I would say it's definitely worth the wait. I know in our case we feel like it was. Yeah.
Same here. It was also something really to look forward to. Like I was always like, oh, maybe this will be the week we'll get a call. And when we finally got the call, my husband picked me up we live near Old Mill Station, and he told me, and I was like screaming in the car. It was really like we don't have a lot of, we've had a lot of down days and bad news, and it's such a good news. It was such a good news thing. It was such a joy and like a celebration for our family. Like it was the wait was worth it and made it even more exciting.